Do you ever feel a little sluggish, perhaps even a bit foggy-headed, even though you're sure you're making all the right choices with your food? Maybe you've noticed those afternoon energy dips, or perhaps the numbers on the scale aren't quite where you want them to be, despite your best efforts to eat what's considered healthy. What if I told you that some of the foods you sincerely believe are doing you good might actually be secretly working against your body? Especially when it comes to your blood sugar, it's a painful reality that many of us, especially as we get a little older, find ourselves battling with higher blood sugar levels. Sometimes without even realizing it, we try to eat better, we follow advice, but then we're left scratching our heads when our energy isn't soaring, or our memory feels a little less sharp than it used to. The secret isn't always about avoiding the obvious sugary treats. Sometimes, it's about uncovering the hidden sugar traps in foods marketed to us as perfectly wholesome. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on 5 common healthy foods that could be quietly sabotaging your blood sugar balance. We'll look at practical, easy ways to spot these culprits and simple swaps you can make to feel more vibrant, more energized, and keep your blood sugar steady. Stay with me until the very end, because I've got a crucial piece of information that might just surprise you and truly change the way you look at your plate. Let's dive right into our first secret culprit. Something many of us grew up believing was the picture of health, a daily ritual for a good start to the day. I'm talking about fruit juice. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but it's made from fruit. It has vitamins. And yes, a glass of orange juice does indeed contain vitamin C, and apple juice has some nutrients too. For decades, we've been told to drink our juice for health, for immunity, for a quick boost. It sits proudly on breakfast tables, in lunchboxes, and is even recommended in some dietary guidelines. But here's the quiet truth about fruit juice while it comes from fruit. It's been stripped of almost all the fiber that makes whole fruit so beneficial. Think about it. How many oranges does it take to make one small glass of orange juice? Quite a few. Right. When you eat a whole orange, all that pulp and fibrous material slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. This fiber acts like a gentle brake, preventing a sudden rush of glucose. It keeps you feeling full longer and provides a steady release of energy. But when you drink juice, that fiber is gone. What's left is essentially concentrated fruit sugar, much like a soft drink, but without the fizz. Your body processes it incredibly quickly, leading to a rapid spike in blood sugar. Imagine eating 3 whole apples. That would be quite a lot of chewing. Right, you'd feel full, and the sugar from those apples would enter your system gradually, thanks to all that fiber. Now, imagine drinking a glass of apple juice made from those same 3 apples. It goes down in seconds. That swift influx of sugar tells your pancreas to release a surge of insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. This constant roller coaster of high blood sugar followed by high insulin can, over time, lead to insulin resistance, making it harder for your body to manage blood sugar effectively. For seniors, who may already have a metabolism that's a little less efficient, or who are at a higher risk for prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, regularly consuming fruit juice can be a major contributing factor to energy crashes, unexplained fatigue, and difficulty maintaining a healthy weight. So, what's the actionable step here? The simplest advice is to swap out fruit juice for whole fruit. Enjoy an actual orange or apple. Savor the texture, and benefit from all that wonderful fiber. If you absolutely love the taste of juice, try diluting a small amount with sparkling water, turning it into a refreshing spritzer rather than a concentrated sugar shot. Or better yet, embrace plain water, herbal tea, or naturally flavored water with a slice of lemon or cucumber for hydration. Your body will thank you for the steady energy and blood sugar balance. Now, closely related to our first secret is another one that often catches people off guard because it feels like such a convenient and natural snack. I'm talking about dried fruit. Just like fruit juice, dried fruit comes from whole fruit, and it's still packed with some vitamins and minerals. Think about those little boxes of raisins, the bag of dried cranberries in your pantry, or those chewy dates you add to a recipe. They're touted as healthy, easy to transport, and a quick energy boost. And yes, in their whole form, they are fruits. But here's the catch: when fruit is dried, all the water is removed. This process shrinks the fruit, making it incredibly easy to consume a large quantity without realizing just how much sugar you're actually taking in. A small handful of dried cranberries or raisins can contain the sugar equivalent of several servings of fresh fruit. But without the bulk and water content to fill you up, let's use an example. Imagine you're at the grocery store and you pick up a bunch of fresh grapes. How many grapes would you eat before you started to feel full? Perhaps 20 or 30. Now, consider a small box of raisins. That tiny box can contain the equivalent of over 100 grapes. It's astonishing how quickly you can eat an entire box of raisins without feeling remotely satisfied, leading to a massive sugar load in your system. This rapid influx of concentrated sugar, just like with fruit juice, can cause your blood sugar to skyrocket. For seniors, this can translate into a feeling of immediate energy, followed by a dramatic crash, leaving you feeling more tired than before. It can also contribute to digestive issues because the absence of water in dried fruit can be dehydrating and make it harder for your body to process. The good news is that you don't have to avoid dried fruit entirely. But mindful consumption is key. If you enjoy dried fruit, treat it like a very occasional, small portion, almost like a candy, rather than a main snack. Better yet, combine it with something that slows sugar absorption, like a handful of nuts or a spoonful of plain yogurt. The protein and healthy fats will help buffer that sugar spike. Most importantly, always opt for fresh fruit whenever possible. A crisp apple, a juicy pear, a handful of berries. These are your best friends when it comes to healthy, balanced fruit intake. These first two might seem surprising, but our journey to uncovering these hidden sugar traps continues with a common breakfast item many of us enjoy, often believing it's doing us a world of good. Next up on our list, something you might even have in your fridge right now, thinking it's the perfect healthy snack or breakfast-flavored yogurt, especially those convenient low-fat varieties. For years, yogurt has been celebrated for its probiotics, promoting gut health, and for being a good source of calcium, which is so important for bone health as we age. And plain, unsweetened yogurt truly is a fantastic food. However, the vast majority of yogurts lining our grocery store shelves are far from the simple, wholesome dairy product we imagine. When food manufacturers remove fat from dairy products to make them low-fat or fat-free, they often need to replace that richness and flavor that fat provides. And what's their go-to ingredient for making something taste good? You guessed it, sugar. Lots of it. Take a moment and pick up a container of your favorite fruit on the bottom or flavored yogurt. Turn it over and look at the nutrition label, specifically the added sugars line. You might be shocked to see just how much sugar is packed into a single serving. Some popular flavored yogurts can contain as much sugar as a candy bar or a small can of soda, sometimes even more. Imagine starting your day thinking you're being healthy, but essentially having a sugary dessert for breakfast. This means that instead of getting a steady supply of protein and beneficial bacteria, you're kicking off your day with a rapid blood sugar spike, followed by the inevitable crash, leaving you feeling hungry again sooner than you'd expect. For seniors, this consistent sugar intake can contribute to inflammation in the body, make weight management much harder, and certainly doesn't help with maintaining stable blood sugar levels over time. What's the clear solution here? It's wonderfully simple: switch to plain, unsweetened yogurt. Greek yogurt is an excellent choice because it's higher in protein, which helps keep you full and satisfied. If you find plain yogurt a bit too tart, you can easily sweeten it naturally yourself. Add a handful of fresh berries, blueberries, raspberries, or sliced strawberries for natural sweetness and beneficial antioxidants. A sprinkle of cinnamon or a tiny drizzle of pure vanilla extract can also add delicious flavor without any added sugar. You could even add a few chopped nuts or seeds for healthy fats and fiber, turning that plain yogurt into a truly nourishing and blood sugar-friendly meal or snack. It's a small change that makes a huge difference in your daily sugar intake. Moving on from the dairy aisle, let's talk about something that's been a breakfast staple for generations. Often marketed as heart-healthy and a comforting start to the day, instant oatmeal, and particularly those convenient pre-flavored packets. For many of us, oatmeal evokes a sense of wholesome goodness, warmth, and fiber-rich nourishment. And truly, oats are fantastic. They are whole grains, packed with soluble fiber that helps lower cholesterol and keep our digestive system happy. However, the way many of us consume oatmeal, especially the instant variety, can turn this healthy grain into another blood sugar saboteur. Instant oatmeal is highly processed. To make it quick cooking, the oats are usually pre-cooked, dried, and then rolled very thinly or even cut into tiny pieces. This extensive processing changes the structure of the grain, making it incredibly easy for your body to break it down quickly into glucose. The result: a much faster and higher blood sugar spike compared to its less processed counterparts like old-fashioned rolled oats or, even better, steel-cut oats. Now, add in those little flavored packets: apple cinnamon, maple brown sugar, peaches and cream. While they might be convenient and taste delightful, they are often loaded with added sugars, artificial flavors, and sometimes even artificial colors. You might be starting your day thinking you're having a healthy bowl of oats, but you're actually consuming a significant amount of hidden sugar right off the bat. This can set you up for a blood sugar roller coaster for the rest of the morning, a quick energy surge followed by that familiar crash, leaving you feeling hungry again surprisingly soon and possibly craving more sugary foods to get that energy back. For seniors who need sustained energy and stable blood sugar to support overall health, focus, and prevent the risks associated with chronic high blood sugar, this can be particularly detrimental. So, what's the actionable advice? Ditch the instant, pre-flavored packets. Instead, opt for old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats. Yes, they take a few more minutes to cook, but the payoff for your health is immense. You can prepare a larger batch of steel-cut oats at the beginning of the week and simply reheat it each morning. When you cook your own oats, you're in complete control of what goes into your bowl. You can add natural flavorings like a sprinkle of cinnamon, a dash of nutmeg, a few fresh berries, a handful of chopped nuts for healthy fats and protein, or a tiny spoonful of chia seeds for extra fiber. This way, you get all the benefits of the whole grain and fiber without the hidden sugar bomb. It's a truly nourishing and satisfying breakfast that will keep your blood sugar steady and your energy levels sustained until lunch. We've covered quite a few eye-openers so far, but our final item on this list is perhaps one of the trickiest, lurking in plain sight in many grocery store aisles, often positioned as the ultimate convenient health food. Our fifth and final healthy food that can secretly raise your blood sugar might surprise you the most, because it's often positioned as the ultimate healthy snack. Perfect for on-the-go energy granola bars and many types of cereal bars. These bars are everywhere. They're marketed with images of wholesome grains, active people hiking, and claims like source of fiber or made with real fruit. We grab them for a quick breakfast when we're in a rush, or as a convenient pick-me-up between meals, thinking we're making a smart, healthy choice. After all, they often contain oats, nuts, and sometimes even a few chocolate chips, which seem harmless enough. But here's the quiet truth about a vast number of these bars: many are essentially candy bars in disguise. While they might start with some healthy ingredients like oats, they often quickly descend into a list of added sugars, syrups, and highly processed ingredients. Look at the ingredient list of your favorite granola bar. You might find high fructose corn syrup, brown rice syrup, corn syrup solids, honey, agave nectar, cane sugar, or molasses listed as one of the very first ingredients. sometimes even multiple forms of sugar. These added sugars, regardless of their natural-sounding name, contribute to a significant sugar load that can rapidly spike your blood sugar. Furthermore, many of these bars are low in actual fiber, healthy fats, and protein, the very nutrients that help slow sugar absorption and keep you feeling full and satisfied. Instead, they provide a quick burst of empty calories and then leave you feeling hungry and craving more sugar shortly after. Imagine this: you grab a granola bar for an afternoon snack, thinking it's a virtuous choice. Within an hour, you feel a noticeable dip in energy, maybe a bit shaky, and suddenly you're reaching for something else to eat because that bar didn't really stick with you. This is the classic blood sugar roller coaster in action. For seniors, relying on these types of bars for energy can lead to chronic blood sugar fluctuations, contributing to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and even weight gain, despite your best intentions. So, what's the actionable step here? Become a label detective. This is absolutely crucial. Before you buy any granola or cereal bar, turn it over and carefully read the nutrition facts panel. Look at the added sugars line. Aim for bars with very low added sugar content, ideally less than 5 grams per serving. Also, look at the ingredient list. Are whole foods like nuts, seeds, and oats listed first? Are there minimal ingredients you don't recognize? Better yet, consider bypassing these processed bars altogether and opting for truly whole food snacks. A handful of almonds or walnuts, an apple with a tablespoon of natural peanut butter, a hard-boiled egg, or some vegetable sticks with hummus are all fantastic. Blood sugar-friendly alternatives that will provide sustained energy and genuine nutrition without the hidden sugar trap. Now that we've peeled back the layers on these 5 often misleading foods, it's clear that navigating the grocery store aisles requires a bit of an informed eye, especially when it comes to managing your blood sugar. We've seen how seemingly healthy choices like fruit juice, dried fruit, many flavored yogurts, instant oatmeal packets, and even popular granola bars can be secretly packed with sugars that send your blood glucose on a roller coaster ride. The common thread here isn't that these foods are inherently evil, but rather that their highly processed nature or concentrated forms strip away the very components like fiber and water that make their whole, natural counterparts so beneficial. The good news, and something I truly want you to take to heart, is that knowledge is powerful. By simply becoming more aware, by reading labels, and by making conscious choices, you gain immense control over your health and your blood sugar balance. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progress. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Even small, mindful adjustments to what you choose to eat can lead to truly significant improvements in your energy levels, your mood, and your overall vitality. Opting for whole fruit over juice, choosing plain yogurt you can sweeten yourself, taking a few extra minutes to cook rolled oats, and swapping out those sneaky granola bars for a handful of nuts or a piece of whole fruit are all practical, achievable steps. These little changes add up to big wins for your health. You have the power to make informed choices that nourish your body and help keep your blood sugar balanced, leaving you feeling more vibrant and capable every single day. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Have any of these foods surprised you? Perhaps you've already discovered some truly healthy swaps that have made a difference for you. Share your thoughts, your tips, and your experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful to someone else on their health journey. If you found this video helpful and informative, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up. That really helps our channel reach more amazing people like you who are looking for practical ways to live their best life. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more valuable tips and encouraging content designed just for you. Thank you for joining me today. Keep making those conscious choices. Keep nourishing your incredible body. And remember, you are vibrant, you are capable, and you absolutely can live your best life at every age. Take care, and I'll see you next time.